George Clooney wrote a letter to the attorney representing the surviving family members of George Floyd. He said, suggests that Chauvin lay down on the courtroom floor, cuffed, knee on neck, 9 minutes, see if he survives. So I thought I'd try it. No one is putting their knee on my neck. But testimony says that this is a dangerous position. Hands cuffed on stomach. When your hands cuffed are behind your back, on your back it's impossible. I mean, it's horribly painful. So on the side is possible and is preferred to on stomach. Getting the sitting up is better. So I've got a timer set for 10 minutes, for 9:20 something. So the first and most obvious advantage I have is there's no knee on my neck. Now it should also be obvious that my face is on smooth, glazed ceramic tile, not on Minneapolis concrete. Now another advantage I have is that this is really not easy. See, I've already lost my train of thought. I'm probably a minute into this thing. Another advantage I have, the obvious advantage, is I can stop anytime I want. This idea that I'm being tortured. Someone has me cuffed, which I literally can't get out of. That in itself sends panic. I am stressed. My breathing is stressed. My neck is terribly uncomfortable. My face is on a hard surface. I can go like this and put my chin on the ground. It's like it lasts for that gets me a break from having it on my chin, but it lasts for 10 seconds before I gotta stop that. That's a little more comfortable for my neck, but then my chin hurts. So the idea that I can stop anytime I want to, I am not trapped. I'm being tortured only by my own exercise. Derek Chauvin did this with the help of 3 officers that had the rest of his body bound, or 2 officers. The rest of his body, his legs, holding his legs so he can't move. How much restraint did they have to put on this man? How much restraint was needed for George Floyd? Now the other advantage I have is my weight. Height weight tables say that my weight is normal, but by popular standards I am skinny. And anyone with the body dimensions that I have would know if you lay in this position on a hard surface, you feel the pressure on your ribs. Well, that sounds bad, but for the survival of George Floyd compared to me, the advantage is mine. Because pressure on my ribs says that my ribs are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and that's protecting my lungs. So my breathing is stressed, but I don't feel that it's going to end this 10 minutes. It's not going to be the worst thing of this for me. But George Floyd was 40 pounds heavier and only 3 inches taller. And so the gut that Floyd had that I don't have would cushion his ribs. So his ribs wouldn't be absorbing the pressure that I have. But his fat would push on his stomach, his gut, his organs, which would then push on his lungs. He was unquestionably short of breath. And then to add the knee on the neck, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. The fact that this is even being debated in court, I read every day and it makes me sick. We're considering the fact that Derek Chauvin is innocent. Not guilty. Now, the account that I read about the George Clooney letter, this is not the worst thing, but I am tearing and my nose is running. So pretty soon those tears and snot will be on the ground. My face is in it. Again, this is my floor. I wiped the surface before I put my face on it. This is the street of Minneapolis and he had his face on it. So right now, I want to thank George Clooney for this fucking painful exercise. You know, the other advantage I have, in addition to not having a knee on my back, I don't have two other officers holding the rest of my body. I can move my legs. I can move my head. I'll repeat, this position is the most comfortable for my neck. My chin can only handle it for 10 seconds or so. Got to get a cheek on the ground to have any cushion at all in contact with the surface. So listeners, anyone that's made it this far, obviously I've done this. And by doing it, you watch it this far. I can only imagine that you're considering doing it yourself. If you're heavier than I am, and most people are, I just want you to feel the extent that the weight in your gut reduces your breathing. So here I am, probably 7 minutes into this thing. I can't read the timer. I do have a timer set. So I can still breathe. I can still talk. So I claim that someone heavier, and I don't think you have to be a lot heavier. George Floyd was not grossly obese. On the charts, I don't know what he'd stand, but I think he was 6'6", 220. So I think to be in the green zone on the charts where I am, he'd have to be, 20 pounds lighter. So it's my suggestion that if I had more weight in my gut, then my breathing would be more strained than it is. So if anyone else does this, ping me, comment, something. Let me watch your version. I'd like to see if that's true. So for me, I do talk about the pain on my ribs, but it's minor. I've slept on a hard surface like this, and I woke up with these essentially bruised ribs. So, but that's minor. The major for me is just the difficulty getting my head in any position that, like this, it hurts my chin. This, it hurts my neck. This, it hurts my neck in the opposite ways. It's terrible. And with any pressure, a knee on my neck, I don't even get to turn my head. Why that motherfucker did that? Yeah, let's debate that guy's not guilty. You know what? He's guilty. And he just belongs in prison with them. He belongs in prison. It's that simple. Oh, I wish I knew what this timer was doing. Oh, God.
What is going on with the 9 minutes? This seems more than 9.
Could you come over and read the timer on this video, Hannah? You can do it without getting in the frame if you want to.
I don't know how.
No, the video is, the little white number is the time. My timer might not have been set.
Look at my hair. Cameo appearance. What? That is 12 minutes. Okay.
I'm done. I got it. I'll stop it. Oh.